This is day 1069. Yomi, for a sponsor coming to Arukh HaShulchan Yomi or more, please call me directly. Be greatly appreciated. Today we're doing Simon Tzadik Gimel, Yud Aleph to Yud Ches, which is the end of Simon Tzadik Gimel. Kam Shem Rash B'Kosav, Shem Bishul Yirakas B'Kedei Shabosar, Shem Mutter, L'Bash B'Achaka Gvina. So, going back and forth between Heterabala and Isurabala and what the parameters are. So Rashba, it's the Rashba writes, or it's named Rashba, they write that there's the tool writes this, that She'im Bisha Yurakas B'Shabos, if you cook vegetables in a milk fleshik pot, you can cook cheese afterwards. In that pot. It's my bakar bella habasar. The strength of the absorbed meat has already been diminished, and the clash and weakened. To the point that the prohibition baschav is not going to devolve upon it. When it's when absorbed heter, as we said. But when it was absorbed, something which is an isser, lom will be surah. It remains an isser. Until you kasha, whatever suitable kasha, b'chuli ad kan lashona. Sifra Torah Sabayis, so if the base dollar, and the Torah Sabayis Rashba writes, Bier, actually he explains, Shalom Atzami Hach, the Kol Yom Naseh Gilu Chavero Shevenu. You learn this fun, what we say that every day becomes, in the base of Mikdash, a Hagolah, a kashrim for the day before. First, Shatur B'Yisha, the Rashi Ma'ibukli Shetef. The commentaries on the Torah say the Rashi was talking about metal, below B'Kli Cheres, and not pottery. The Torah doesn't argue on him. From the Rashba, it doesn't seem he's talking just about metal. In any event, they also distinguish between heterabol and isurabol. Not by not, just like there's a distinction between not by not, which you have not come to yet, no same time by no same time. Between basachov and other isurim, as we shall see when we get to those halachos. So too here. Yud Beis Mi Rova Pasnos Filakain, but even though the Arukh HaShulchan has shown that the Rambam, Rashba, and Bala'itor seem to be lenient, no, most places don't know that way. I feel Eda Bas Yoima, even if it's already not Bas Yoima, or Bishu B'Cholam, since you cooked milk even more than 24 hours previously, also Rakal will be Tchil B'Cholam B'Cholam. Oh no, sorry. Even if it had been used for meat, you cooked vegetables in a meat pot, and Rashba's case, cooked vegetables in a meat pot, and then afterwards cooked cheese. The cooking the vegetables in the middle is not hagolah; it doesn't kasher it. So therefore, I feel ain't about siyoima. Even if it's not bas yoima from the original meat, ubisha b'chav, still you cook milk in that fleshik pot. You can't cook liberally in it for it's neither meat nor milk. Because it absorbs bas b'chav. If it's made out of metal, you can kasher it. If it's made out of pottery, there's no choice but to break it. Also this way. No difference between if it absorbed heter or iser. So my spirit that Gemara eno merkein rak legabi kachim. You have to say that kolim naseh gilu chavero is only as far by kachim. The angels of Mikdash. Actually, angels of Mikdash. There's no Isurei Shabbos in Mikdash, but the I guess he means Isur. He's saying mean Isurei the Rabbanon in general. Now we'll say by it doesn't because it came to Mikdash logo as a Rabbanon. Maybe that's. Yeah, it seems like the place is saying that ancient Mikdash is extended to any Yisroel Rabbanon. V'kmual din Torah, and they left it with the Raisa halacha. You give ach b'zeh yishay tzrich l'klicher shvira. But it goes so far as to require that the pottery be broken. And the was astonishing. Let me also lishtamish b'shayir dvarim shein lo bas v'chav. Use it for other things, not mean or milk. V'emes v'shun or pasuk came the shayir dvarim mutarim. Shun says he uses for other things. Ayin sham. Agam Shulchan Aruch Siman Tzayik Dam avoid the Kli She'ena Bas Yoma Os B'Chol Tashmish. But Shulchan Aruch also says that a Kli which is not Bas Yoma, even though it's in Tam V'Gam, you can't use it for anything. So it's I don't hesitate to use the word random, but it's a chumrah that is not based on grounded in strict halacha. The kandina kamashmuan, and here it's telling us of the halacha. The kamatur hichmir chumrah ba'amav l'medina. Also, the tour was machmir similar chumrah and not according to the strict letter of law. It's just over those who hold the kli ches medina also b'chol tashmish osech. That pottery is also according to the letter of the law in any use when it's hot. Afilu shein basar shel basar or chalav, even it's not meat or milchik or flesh or milchik. They should only pull at this because it always emits taste. Tifla basar b'chalav is going to emit meat in the milk. V'abit son and pull and even cold a pottery emits. Medina surah b'chol tashmish told therefore you can't use it according to the strict letter of law with any liquid. The Torah seems his opinion to Torah. As we pass even though there's room to be mako, as clearly Arukh HaShulchan has been proving us. We read Arukh HaShulchan passes the Maisa. You can't use the pottery vessel once it's been used for meat and for milk, even though between is nice in time of gam. Too bad. It's best to break it. I guess we use the plant as a planter, maybe. That seems to be the case in the Gemara. So I guess it's Chumrah which already exists in the Gemara. If you have a milky pot, you cook there once, twice, thrice. And then cold milk was left in there. Even a whole day, for 24 hours, which is the shear of soaking. To ask or something, and then he cooked meat within 24 hours of that soaking. The meat is permitted. Because since what was absorbed in the vessel through bishul is not ben yomo, this time God gives a negative taste. And whatever is absorbed from the soaking, doesn't aser. Since it's already used to cook 2 or 3 times before the soaking, through the cooking, it already has been satiated and it's no longer absorbing. It's not going to absorb through soaking. This is the Melavush. The source is in Mordechai. B'shem Ariel Lavan. B'shem Kasav She'achala B'kol Kol Laila. It's milking it all night. B'savar Al-Vush the Kavan Al-Meis Leis, not just all night, but 24 hours. Locain Ein Lana Abrusa, otherwise no Chiddush. Ein Kavush Pachas Minay Leis. That's not 100% true. I think that, no, it's true. I think it's never mind. Even 24 hours. Looking at the otherwise no chiddush. But ain't kabash bachas me ace lace. There's no such thing as soaked with less than 24 hours. Aval ain't okay. It's not true. Says Osholim. Oh, I'm ace lace body also. Stay for 24 hours. Certainly also. Then he the subam leave law. Okay, true. It's not going to absorb anything anymore. Come back kochel. But le polate mashav lifnim. It's still, even though it's not theoretically it wouldn't absorb, but it can absorb and emit. In Kain Gam B'Kavush Kain, that would be true by soaking as well. Mordechai Dafka Laila Kamar. Mordechai specifically lenient by a night. I might say since pottery is easy to absorb. Even one night it already absorbs. That's what it comes out. Once it's satiated from absorbing, it takes a while. One night is not enough. Until it becomes properly 24 hours soaked. And then you float, then it can still absorb and emit. Some things about them in terms of also wine. By pottery vessels, if it's new, it's worse than other kelim. It's possible that they start absorbing even with less than 24 hours. They shouldn't rockingly blow because they're soft and porous to absorb. And nothing yet has been absorbed there. But clearly that the yain is a different halacha. Yisrael heter dina kecholkeim in terms of bisveter like all other vessels. And the Achronim agree with this, and this is the primary halacha. So it's only if it soaks 24 hours it becomes also, not if it soaks overnight. The Tisvav. Hameis leis choshvin me'azman shenit lo me'esh is karamat. The leis, the 24 hours starts from the time it's taken from the fire and it'll cool down slightly. Not from the time it's in the vessel. Such as you took a jug of milk out from the fire on Sunday morning, it was in the jug until nightfall. The Meis starts in the morning of Sunday to the first day of the morning of the second day. Then afterwards you're cooking it meat. It actually gives an off taste. You don't consider the meis from the evening. I'm not sure what the chiddush is. It's simple. But regardless, as long as it's hot enough that Yatsu let us go, it's still on. It's like it's on the fire. The halach of a lid is like the pot itself. Those are stringent by the lid. To say even though it's not the same day, so it's as if it's the same day. And that's the custom in some places. And I also have that custom. I assume that I'm speaking. Because the custom tam. Is it really Rama speaking? Arukh HaShulchan speaking to me. Yeah, it's Arukh HaShulchan speaking. That should be like Ben Yomo. Oh no, it is Rama speaking. It is Rama. There's a reason we matir in addition to this one. Oshu tzarch Shabbos, or if it's in needs of Shabbos, or if or lost, yesh latim ena kisi ben yomo k'mo b'kter atzma. The lid is permitted just like the pot itself. Arkan l'sharo and kof l'rama. So Mama tries to be Arukh HaShulchan tries to be miyash of the minhag. Yesh nasu tama kisim. Why? The cover is different. They're very narrow on top. Evidently, they rise to a peak. There, in that narrow place, you can't wipe them clean. And you're going to have always there perspiration and the dish itself outright. Won't be it's not absorbed in the keli. But our covers, which are broad and squat, there's no room to be machal this way. That the covering is not, if it's no stam gam, it's no stam gam. It's just like the pot itself. Even if it's a narrow covering on top, if there's 60 corresponding to the place where it is narrow, it's kosher. The Ramah writes that if you took a hot lid from a fleshik pot, you put it on a michal pot. If they're both hot, become asur. If there is food in the pot, which is basar b'chalav. If the covering is cold, the lid is cold, but the pot is hot, they're both forbidden. If it starts steaming under the lid, the talagava, because that determines the situation, what's on the bottom. But the other way around, if the lid is hot and the pot is cold, everything is mutter. If you're able to peel the food, then you should peel the food. Obviously, you can't peel the pot. Otherwise, everything is mutter. There's no food in the pot. Everything's mutter. The pot, the lid, and the pot are like two pots touching each other. Yurches, birad vorim. What it means to say the shem roschim an sheyad, so there's the point that the hand jumps away. V'shem et havshin, there was cooked dish in both of them. Mel shola azer shokter kisui, so the steam of the pot rises up to the cover. V'yorim akisui there and comes back down from the cover into the pot. Which name is swearing that both also got imamachol shebekdera and the food in the pot as well. Main shisha negative kisui, it isn't 60 corresponding to the lid. Even if the lid is cold. Since the pot is hot. And the lid was there a long time. But when she the point that it started steaming. Well, there's this steam started coming out of the lid. I don't think it comes necessarily outside the. I guess it penetrates around the lid because it's hermetically sealed. Vayatzu eres bo bazeya, and this steam is yatzu as well. Kanke kol aser. It's also aser to take over. So on the bottom determines. Vayakishnechem, it says they're both hot. Pechav, on the other hand, the opposite. Shakisu icham bakdera, the cover is hot and the pot is cold. Im ein machal bakdera, if there's no food in the pot or kol shar, everything's permitted. It's like two pots which touch each other. If there's food in the pot, then you have to do klipa. Like any lagovar. If you can't spill it, mutter be able to make them. But the covering and the pot are mutter. The besimin side base sif nugim kasavnu. We wrote b'chai gavna k'der b'kisuya surim. That they're forbidden. It's not possible the pot won't absorb from the boiling lid. Just like a boiling drop that fall on a pot. It's not comparable to a flow. Which only asks k'dei klipa, appealing and the great according determined that this is prohibited. Not clear why. Not clear what the difference is. If the cover was dry, no matter what. If you have a milky cover which is not ben yoma, and you put it on a meat pot ben bas yoma, even though it is bas yoma, uvishlu bo yirakos, and you cook vegetables in that pot, hakol mutter. So that's the end of Tzadik Gimel. I want to go back to the bottom line, which there was the Arukh HaShulchan's Chiddush. He wants to say that where it's a terabola, it's much more mako from Yisura bola, and according to this, even by Kli Cheres, which absorb Hagola suffices, because by terabola. And then he says later on, we can't be mako that way. And even if there's no seitam of gam between by Cheres, between the meat and the milk, nevertheless afterwards it's going to be basa b'cholab, and you cannot actually use that kli cheres anymore. And you have to break it, even though Shon showed studying from many Rishonim, they don't have to break it. The bottom line is you have to break it. The question is, why can't you use it for other things besides basa b'cholab? But he says that that's the Chumrah B'Alma. Even though they were machmir. Even though Chorah should be mutter for other things. Right? It's not a question of meat and milk mixing. No. Since it's a machmir acheres, we're machmir across the board.